Alright, so it's me recording a squat slash leg day tutorial, mainly squat, because that's the big part of leg day. This is how you do it. Check this out. Right here I'm stretching out my hamstrings. This is how I start off. I get on this elevated thing since nowadays I can go lower than the floor. So I get different stances. I can even go palms to the floor now. It's just very important to stretch. I'm just showing you. Forget about what everybody else thinks. I'm not trying to go against anyone. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I do, and it works for me, and I guarantee you to work for you. Yeah, and I had to crack my back like what I just did. Decompress the spine, more hamstring stretching. You know, a lot of this, what's going on for my leg day and pre-leg day, is just putting yourself in a position to perform in the best way possible. Because let's face it, you can't squat 300 plus pounds at any given time or at any given point in the day or on any day. But when I come to the gym, I put myself in a position to perform the best that I can do. Now, like when I go through the motions, I can squat 400 pounds. I can bench such and such. I can row such and such. That's because I do all the things necessary for this 2 hours that I'm in the gym, for me to be at the absolute best that I can be. You don't walk around like, unless you're a genetic freak or an athlete, but this video ain't for athletes. This video ain't for genetic freaks. This is for people like me who just a regular Joe. I ain't never even played no sports. I just want to look good, you know? I just want to be proud of myself. Yeah. So I did all the stretching. Then I get down on my knees and do this little thing. And I don't even know what you call this. But it works really well for me. It stretches out the quad that's on the ground. It stretches that out really well. And it kind of stretches out my groin. And I just hold it, listen to music the whole time for like 10 seconds, something like that. I think I count to 10. See my head bobbing, you dig what I'm saying? And a lot of people I see when they go to squat, or really any workout, they move way too fast at the beginning. They're just too excited, or they don't know what it takes to get to your best. It's really no rush, honestly. I don't see what the big rush is. I just take my time and put myself in the best position I can to win. So I always do this one too. Stretch the quad out and kind of pull it. First I grab like the top of my foot right here, yeah. Then I grab my ankle and yank it back. Stretch that quad out real good. It go all the way to like your hip area in the front, anterior. Scientific term, you know. And then you kind of, yeah, it feels good. You just loosen up your whole body. And this for this thing that I'm doing, this is a ritual. I learned over the years what I gotta do in order to be who I want to be. And this is that. Then I gotta crack my neck, lift my head up some so I can really get my neck exposed. And then next up is the shoulders. A lot of people forget that you have to use your upper body while you're squatting. You have to stretch that shoulder joint, that socket out. Get all in that socket. And I move all the way through the natural movements on my shoulders. See how I'm moving back and forth. Make sure it's nice and hot and lubricated. Then I grab it, stretch out the pectoral muscles and the kind of like the front delt area. All that get loose. So when I grab that bar, it feels nice and natural. There's nothing pinching. Of course, I know there's no pain. I just went through every motion that my shoulder is going to do. Look at that. Do some of that too. And I used to actually do lat pull downs before squatting, but I don't do that no more. I just do this. A lot of times I do this on a pull-up bar, but I was too lazy to move the camera to over there, and there was a lot of weirdos in the area. And right here we're doing what you call it, hip abductions. And I really like I always do these before squats. Some people do them after to work out, but I really think these are very important. So many people have problems when they squatting with keeping their hips open, keeping their knees apart, and this is how you do it. You focus on holding that outside, and then like my first maybe my second set too, I'll do the hold, and then I'll move on to like just kind of pumping and keeping the tension on the glute muscle. But yeah, I do like 4 sets of these. I work up to the heaviest weight I can do, which is a whole stack, and then I do that for like 3 or 4 sets. And now we're squatting. Pull up to the squat bar. I left this part in. Look at that. I take the safety off so you people can see my full body when I'm squatting. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be unsafe, but this is for y'all. So have some freaking appreciation. Yeah, then before you squat, people be rushing. You got to make sure your shorts are right. You got to make sure, you got to pull your pockets around, get your wedgie, get your wedgie out, pull your shirt down. And then here I am again, grabbing the bar close to where I would grab it when I'm squatting. And just really stretching out that shoulder joint and the lats, holding on to the lats. Everything connects kind of. So make sure you're good. You don't have to do each arm at the same time. You can do a unilateral approach. I think I'm gonna end up doing a bilateral. Yeah, there we go. Bilateral. Just do everything you gotta do to make sure you can be the best you. That may not be the same for you. You might want to watch a certain TV show before you work out. You might want to. Oh, some skin is showing. you might want to eat half a cup of honey nut Cheerios before you work out. And look at my setup. You got to make sure your legs are perfectly right for you. I don't understand why everyone thinks that they have to squat wide like a freaking football player or these people on Instagram. They have to put their feet wider than their body. You don't have to do that. I feel like you should just stand how you would jump naturally and whatever feels good. Look at me. I'm just falling down naturally into the movement. Just fall down in there. And then push up with the legs. You can see the tension change from my calves down at the bottom. It shifts from like the calves to like the leg, and then it goes into more of a hip motion towards the top to help you lock out. And look at me, I gotta adjust the camera for you guys. This is, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a bother, but it ain't easy. I'm doing this for you. Now we slapping on some weight. This is another problem I see with a lot of people. They don't know their levels. They just move up on what somebody else does, or like me, when I warm up, it's all kind of like percentages of rigor of how hard it is. I start off with the bar always just to know that I'm okay to squat. Then I put a plate on. That's light to me. Why would you put a plate on if that's not light to you? You have to like go up in steady increments until you get to the weight that is hard enough for you. That's when you start your workout. All of this is warm up. When people warm up, they start they count their warm-up sets as working sets. No, those are not your working sets. Until you get to the heaviest weight you can do, basically your workout ain't start yet. My workout don't start until I get to that heaviest weight. Then I start going down. Those are my working sets. Everything until I get to my heaviest weight is a warm-up. This is a warm-up. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, it's difficult, but that don't mean that that's not part of the workout yet. I'm just trying to get to where I am. Look at this. Fall down, pop up. Everything's working fine. Then rack it, man. And after I get done, I like to sit down while I rest and sip on my drink and listen to music I like. A lot of people mess that up too, their rest time. Why are you not resting during your rest time? Why are you not taking rest time? Why are you resting for only 30 seconds and you're lifting heavy weights? And another thing, you see what I did at 225? It's getting more difficult and I don't want to tire myself out. So I only did, I think, 3 reps. So that's another thing people mess up. They count their warm-up sets as working sets because they treat them like working sets. Why are you doing 10 reps for a warm-up on a moderately heavy weight? Like this is 315. This is my fourth warm-up set. Grab it, make sure everything's lined up, make sure everything is symmetric. Like the little rough parts of the bar got to be symmetric. Put it symmetrically against your shoulders. Make sure everything's perfect, because you're not superhuman. You got to do it the right way or you'll fail. Breathe in real hard, drop down, breathe out on the way up. There you go. One more time, just make sure I'm good with the heavy weight. 315 is heavy for me, so I only did it twice, because if I do it more than that, I'm gonna start getting tired and then the rest of my workout will suffer. But I know that I can do more than 315. That's why I only try it out, just to make sure I'm doing well, just to practice for heavy weight. You have to treat every set that you do in your warm-up like it is the heaviest weight that you're gonna do. Like right here, this is 365. Right here, see how long it take me to walk it out. I'm not rushing. Take your time, get the right foot placement, go down, pop up. There you go. Do not rush. Don't let anybody ever rush you when you're working out. Your workout is for you only. Do what you do during your rest that makes you the best that you are next. Me, I had this, my hamstrings started feeling kind of tight, so I started loosening them up again. I didn't do this. I don't think I did this at the beginning of the workout where I stretch one hamstring at a time. I like this way too, where you just step forward and lean down as far as you can. And then my quads was feeling tight again. I felt some lactic acid building up in my thighs, so I had to stretch them out. Had a wedgie. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pull the underwear down, pull the shorts back up a little bit, just to make sure you're comfortable. Whatever you gotta do to be comfortable, you have to do that. Because nobody gonna work out for you. And nobody gonna make no excuses for you because your workout didn't go well. You know, who cares? I'm doing what I gotta do. There we go, 405 pounds. And the only reason I can do this is because I did everything I did up to this point. I cannot roll out of bed and squat 400 pounds. I will die. Okay? I would love to act like I can squat 400 pounds any day of the week at any time. But no, this is literally the only time I can do it. When I put myself in a position to do it. So you got to get your head right. Got to get the music right. Line up. Make sure your mask on right. Nothing can be uncomfortable. Alright? Walk it out. Be careful. Make sure your feet are right. Look down. Make sure they're right. Look back up. Look at your form. Drop down. Hit depth. Pop up. Bang. That's how you do it. That is how you do it, man. Yeah. Now my workout started. That was set 1. So now I've started doing more reps. That was 4 or 5 for 1. I wanted to get this for 5, believe it or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This is 365 again, which was a part of my warm-up, but now it's part of the workout. Felt very heavy. I don't know. I felt like crap. But, well, don't stop, won't stop, whatever they say. Drop down, hit depth, popped up. I was like, I don't have 5 in me. I only had 1. I don't know what happened, but that was the end. That was the end of that. And here comes 315 again. I turn my hat forward, feeling like I got bad vibes. Look at everything. Look at them quads popping. Drop down. That's 1. Look at that. Every rep got to be the same. The only way you can have greatness with your form is just recreating the same thing. Treat every weight like you have to do it the perfect way. Every rep, you know. Just because the weight is lighter than what you're used to, don't mean you can just treat it like it's whatever. There you go, 315 for 5. That's set 3. I love this. This is the format of my workout. I like doing 3 back squats, 3 heavy back squats, and then I drop a little bit lower for the front squats. I used to do an all front squat leg workout. Front squats, man, people really be sleeping on them. They're really, man, these are valuable, man. You don't know until you try it. But this is 245 for the front squat. It's really hard kind of to do if you never did it before. So if you need a tutorial on that alone, that's a whole video by itself. But you line up, make sure the weight is set correctly, walk it out, and if you notice, when I squat, well, you can't see it in the video actually, but I squat on these little 5-pound plates, one plate per foot, and they're right next to each other, and I lift my heels ever so slightly. Some people may think it looks stupid. I love it a lot. I feel like it makes the squat way more natural, and it helps me just feel better when I go deep, because I don't like to not go deep anyway. I feel like it looks great and it feels great, and it keeps a lot of tension on my quads. When I squat flat footed, it's hard to get tension on my quads, but when I do it like this, it's easy, and no matter what I do, I can put tension on my butt. You just squeeze the butt. Any squat you do, you can put tension on your butt, so that's easy. So yeah, look at me. I dropped down again to 225. Nice and easy, perfect form. Look at that. Down, all the way back up. And that is the workout. 3 heavy back squats, then 2 front squats with better form. And then I like to do the heavy leg press after the squat. What I do is I work up to this heavy weight, which is 10 plates on each side, and then I do it the heavy weight, just the same approach I did for squats. My first set is my heavy set. So this is that. I kind of do a close stance because for me, my quads are the most behind part of my legs. Hamstrings are fine, and my butt is way ahead of everything. So look at this dude trying to. Why are you hogging up the video, bro? Anyway, so he wanted a bit of fame. It's okay, man. So I do this. I really like doing leg press after squats because it can. Because like after you get done squatting, you feel like you're gonna die. Your body's about to give up, but your legs still have juice in them. It's just squats are hard on your central nervous system, so you can get more out of your legs in a heavy compound movement, but you just can't squat no more. So I do this, and it gets you used to going through pain, like going hard. And once you do these after legs, like after squats, the next, like if you get used to doing this, squatting feels easier because because of all the volume. It just does, and it helps grow your squat. It's just this lower part of your body moving and pushing away. It just helps your squat. It does. I don't do this every week either. I do this like maybe 66% of the time. Yeah, sometimes I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, so I do that, then I drop by 2 plates each time. You're not gonna want to drop by the same amount that I drop because you're not me. Do whatever you want to do, but I like working up to 10 plates. And then I do 10 plates, 8 plates, and then 6 plates. Is that right? Yeah. So I just did 8, so now it's 6. It's gonna be my last set. I was extremely tired. That's why I was sitting down on that thing. But yeah, if you notice with me, I try to make every exercise like every weight look the same for each exercise. That's how you get real true consistency, and that's how you don't want to disrespect any weight just because it's lighter, just because you know you can do it. Treat it perfectly, treat it perfectly and get that perfect rep out of every single rep of every single weight, and then you'll be good. It's just time, and that's how I grew my squat to being 405, a deep butt to grass 405 squat after having a 225 squat that I barely could bend my knees. And yep, that's me. Look at me resting. I'm not popping up doing that 30-second crap people do on Instagram. That ain't real life, bro. I'm gonna give me like 3 minutes of rest. There you go. Thanks for watching. Peace.